What's up, Libra? How are you doing? I've missed you. We're going to see what's going on with you for the month of July 2026, what you can expect for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. Show me clearly the month of July 2026 for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly. Messages for Libra. We have inner strength with rock bottom. Okay. Starting off a little choppy, but let's see where this goes. So show me the month of July for Libra. We have celebration. Hopeful is at the bottom. What's going on for Libra? Damn, we got crisis, anxiety. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing, but this is like there's some relationship here, intimacy in reverse. I feel like there's a separation, or there's like some problems you and another are having. My deck is actually upside down, so I will be taking it. I'm flipping it, but honestly, I'm just gonna take these cards. We have inner strength, rock bottom, crisis, celebration, and anxiety. So it's like you're having a hard time enjoying or being present, or there's something that you'll be celebrating this month, but honestly, I think that you're just so caught up in whatever the situation is, it's hard to be present. Celebration with anxiety. This may be, there's a big reward event that you're attending, or some of you, it's like there's this accomplishment and maybe you have a speech. I'm getting something about like public speaking for somebody, okay? But it's like there seems to be a lot of pressure or a lot's at stake, and you don't want to mess up, or you don't want to give a bad impression. Maybe it's a first date for some of you. There's this event coming up that you're like anticipating and you're a little anxious about for some of you, okay? But I also just get the energy with celebration and anxiety. It's like there's something that you are going to be attending or celebrating, something really positive, but it's just because of whatever has you feeling at rock bottom. We have inner strength with rock bottom. So maybe this is just saying like your mental health hasn't been the greatest, or you had gone through some kind of like loss or setback, or literally like a crisis. Maybe this is a financial crisis. I'm not sure what this crisis is, but crisis with rock bottom, you're kind of questioning, what do I do? Where do I go from here? What's next for me? I didn't prepare for this. I feel like everything's out of my control. I'm at a crossroad. What do I do? It's like, this is definitely testing your inner strength, and you are having to remain grounded and rooted and like secure within yourself. But I'm seeing it's a challenge, or there's just so much that's up in the air. So much is up in the air. Even it's funny because celebration, they have their hands out, they're celebrating, woohoo. Same with crisis though. It's like you could celebrate this or you could worry about this. And I think majority of y'all are like worrying. Oh, okay, well, let's see how this unfolds, you guys. Don't click off just yet. I know that there's something positive coming out of this situation. We're going to get to the bottom of this, and we're going to get some insight and some advice. And, you know, I'm sending you such love and strength your way. Everything's happening for your highest good, even if it don't make sense right now. In the bigger picture, the grand scheme of things, look, horse trying to fly out, this is leading towards your freedom. This is leading towards expansion and taking a chance. It's a little bit of an alignment timing, right? If you're not quite in alignment, you and another aren't quite in alignment, this is the month that's going to initiate that change, kind of push you out of that bird's nest. So we have the spider. Show me clearly what's going on for Libra. We have the zebra and we have the cheetah. Nightingale at the bottom. This is a month where you do need to speak your truth. If there is something that's bothering you, if there is something that's on your mind, you need to vocalize that. You need to talk about it. You need to express it. You need to share your voice, share your vision, share your ideas. So spider, there has been something that's been repetitive. Also, spiders represent like protection, divine protection. You're being guided. You are being watched over. You are not alone. And this is like an energy coming through saying you're on the right track. It doesn't matter what choice that you make. You're going to end up at the desired result, outcome, manifestation, the ending that you want, you're going to have that. You can't go wrong here. Don't matter which path you take, it's going to lead to the same outcome in the grand scheme of things. I think you do need to change something up though, Zebra. Zebra brings in excitement, adventure, maybe a little bit of a risk, okay? And the cheetah also kind of backing that up, being like, all right, you gotta just take this lead, take the jump, take this next step, full throttle, believe in yourself. Some of y'all straight up with the anxiety, that little voice in the back of your mind trying to trick yourself. What if this happens? What if that? I can't be happy. It's like you're just, there's too many voices. Quiet in those voices. I think you could get into some sort of meditative practice that puts you in the groundedness, like puts you in the now. Like you're needing to ground your energy. You need to ground your energy. Because it's all working out for you. It is. Some of you are moving or traveling. Nightingale, snake, and the tarantula. Because this is saying you either repeat or you evolve. What's it gonna be? It's up to you. Your soul knows deep down what has been holding you back and what you need to shed. So hold yourself accountable for the changes that you need to make. Okay, because sometimes the pride, the ego can get in the way, or we're in denial. And what good is that? When deep down you know I'm bullshitting to myself. I'm avoiding something. Even the hyena, sometimes it's an avoidant energy. Or you using humor as a way to mask this discomfort or pain or anger or resentment. It's just, there's something you need to let go of. There's something that you're having to shed, and it could just be something you got to get off your chest here with the nightingale. So speak your truth. And maybe that's something, remember what I said about public speaking? Some of y'all? Maybe it's about having a platform, an online business, or putting yourself out there in social media. Maybe being celebrated makes you feel uncomfortable in some sort of way, or getting attention makes you feel like the fear of being seen. But it's something you're overcoming. Self-doubt. Show me the month of July for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me July 2026 for Libra. No takers? These cards trying to flip out. Oh, there we go. We have the Chariot with the Empress. So this is rapid growth. This is like those ads you would see be like, have your hair grow overnight. Something I don't know, it's like little scammy ads, but I'm not saying this as a scam or what you're doing is a scam, but this feels like instant change or instant results. And like realistically, like a lot of things don't happen in an instant, but like this feels pretty fucking fast. It's like growing like a weed. Some things take months, if not years to grow, and other things take days to grow. So it really just depends on what and who and where and why, but whatever this is that you are doing, oh, it's working. It's working fast. So you hit rock bottom and you're going through a crisis, you're bouncing back fast as fuck. Like as quickly as everything came crashing down, boom, you're right back on your feet. It's like with the World Cup, there's some people that fell and they just get right back up. I was like, damn, I'd be laying there like crying. But it's like there's something like you took a tumble and you get yourself right back up. Like nothing happened. Bounce back. Like that's the energy I'm getting from this. You're someone with a lot of confidence, a lot of charisma, and you're someone who's very abundant and radiant. And we have the King of Wands at the bottom, which definitely says that you're somebody who does not quit or give up very easily. You're somebody who is let me see, 3 cups. Strength. You're someone who's very driven and motivated, and you also want to share that with others. Like you don't want to leave anybody behind. You want to bring people together. You want support, you want love, you want companionship, you want a fulfilling social life, a beautiful, loving relationship, a fulfilling, happy home, right? Family. You really want that and crave that and desire that. And this is what you're taking action towards. So this is what is expanding, or this is something that you're exploring. Chariot to the Empress. So if you're moving, I feel like it's very likely you're going to be meeting people that are really in alignment with you. Or if you're starting a new job, or there's just something that you're doing that is leading to a lot of expansion and like-minded healing and uplifting people that will, in a way, like, soothe your anxiety, or you're going to find yourself less anxious. Cards exploding. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, interesting. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and Justice in the reverse, and all those cards flipped out in the reverse. And okay, you know what? My deck is upside down, but they came out that way when they fell out. When they fell out sideways. I don't know if y'all noticed that or if it was even in the frame, but they fell out sideways on top of the Chariot and the Empress. So this tells me this is what you've outgrown. This is probably connecting to the whole rock bottom, crisis, anxiety. This is like a unhappy situation where you feel undervalued, unappreciated, like the effort isn't going both ways. You are overextending, overgiving, and it just is unfair, right? And you don't deserve this treatment. You deserve so much more. And so that's what is making you realize, having a wake-up call, like, okay, this isn't for me. Time to move on to something that's a much better fit. A lot of major arcana over here. Okay, so Eight of Swords also in the reverse. Right, my deck was upside down, but it's that anxiety, right? The anxiety card from earlier, where there are voices saying, don't do it. It'll be fine. Just stick it out a little bit longer. Give them the benefit of the doubt. They didn't mean it that way. Oh no, they know what the fuck they're doing. We're all grown here. They know what they were doing. They know what they did was messed up. Right? Alright. Show me clearly the month of July for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me clearly. Ooh, Temperance, more major arcana, and we have Sagittarius energy with us here. Six of Cups. There's a bit of a blast from the past. Okay? Here you are, you're in your ebb and flow, you're recovering, you're getting back in tune, getting grounded. Finally reaching this state of mind of peace. And you're calm, right? So all those worries, all those doubts, a lot of that had to do with the environment and the people that you were surrounded with that you just were not the right match. Your energies were not compatible. Just something about this just wasn't the right fit. We talked about that. And now that you've moved away from that, you feel so much better. So much better. So, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Magician. Eight of Cups, Three of Wands. So I'm getting a couple things from this. Six of Cups, good old flashback. This could be just representing us reminiscing, looking back at where we came from, thinking a lot about who we were dealing with, old identities, old versions of ourselves, and who played a significant role during that period of our life. You might be thinking back to your childhood or a couple years ago and like what has shifted or what's changed since then. But there's this level of peace and acceptance. Instead of wishing things were different or wishing for a different outcome, there's this level of like understanding and acceptance and surrender. And I do also have to throw out that there's a potential of you and someone reconciling, or there's a potential of you and an old friend or someone that meant a lot to you. There's a reunion energy on the table. Okay, Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups. This could also represent somebody new that you have a past life with, and you know, because you just hit it off like immediately. And there's this level of comfort. Like your souls recognize each other. Like you've been in each other's lives before. This ain't the first time you guys have met. It just feels like this level of comfort. And, Magician, I think you could have manifested this, or someone might be manifesting you, right? You could be surprised of who you might cross paths with this month. You might have some familiar faces. I'm just saying, there's a little bit of that energy, but I'm also seeing Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands for those that are like, I want something new. There we go. Eight of Cups to the Three of Wands, looking towards the future, welcoming in that new energy, new people, new love, new experiences. But for those that you're like, oh, I'm thinking of this person. It's been a long time. I hope they're doing well. They might just ring you up. You might just bump into them at the grocery store some random ass Thursday. Like, you know, like stranger things have happened, and I would not be surprised. There's some situations like that. July, Mercury retrograding in Cancer, bringing back up the past in some way, shape, or form. Unfinished business or loose ends that we need to deal with in this lifetime. We have the Emperor and the Seven of Pentacles trying to... I try and pick it up and Spirit's like, no. No, not the message. Okay, well, I guess not. Alright, what else going on for Libra? In July 2026 for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. We have Death coming out. Right in between. Okay, we'll just squeeze you over. Death in between the high... Not why I say High Priestess. I was going to say High Priestess. So some of you're going through like a spiritual upgrade. You're accessing like new gifts and abilities. Which is very, very cool. And I love that for you. But Death in between the Empress and Temperance. I mean, this is just like... What's the word? Like the alchemy, right? Everything is shifting and changing, and it's like from an energetic level to a mental, emotional, spiritual, physical level, like everything, like this is the alchemy here happening. Whoa. And the sun's also underneath that, which is Leo. You guys have a lot of major arcana. This feels like July for you is very transformative, and it's very significant. It's probably going to be one of the months that you look back at towards the end of the year and be like, whoa, like July was the pivotal month that like I met that person or that business took off, that idea I ran with and it was successful. Like this seems like this is the month that brings in that change that could last like even lifetimes or like lifetimes. Is that too much? Am I being dramatic? I don't know. But like this feels like this is something that you're going to carry with you to the rest of your life, for the rest of your life. What the heck am I saying? The Sun, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Swords. There's that anxiety because this feels really good. This is very, very nice. This feels very caring, loving, supportive, positive, something worth celebrating, right? It's that celebration card we saw earlier. You got something amazing coming in that you've worked so hard for. And then the Nine of Swords is like, but this is like, what if it's just taken away? Or what if I mess this up? Or what if something bad happens? Or this or that. Like you're getting in your head and you're also thinking way too far into the future. Or you're thinking way too far into the past. Like you gotta get present. Gotta get present so you can see clearly and you can steer your ship in the right direction. We are not trying to have no Titanic moment, okay? Steer away from potential hazards, please. Eyes on the road and be careful when you're traveling and driving. Especially during this time, right? Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords. It's like just fear of, you might feel like you're either fear of missing out, fear of running out of time, fear of moving too fast. Maybe you don't like change or you don't do well with change. Struggle to be like adaptable. Again, all this just comes towards fear of the unknown and not having control over every single thing. But I promise you, whatever that may be ending in your life, whatever that you are having to let go of, you know, the whole rock bottom crisis whole situation, I promise you, like, it might feel like, oh, it's the storm and it's a bunch of rain and like darkness, dark clouds, but there is that pot of gold at the end of the storm. And that is literally what this is all leading you to. Can't have a rainbow without a little rain. Knight of Wands falling out on top of Death. Some of you could be connecting with a fire sign or have fire placements. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have the Knight of Swords, Two of Swords reversed, and the Sun. So it's kind of like, I'm trying to feel this out. First of all, this is Knight of Wands. He is somebody who is very confident. They may not have all the experience or all the information or all the tools, but one thing about the Knight of Wands is when he wants something, he's driven. He's gonna fully, like, he'll show up. The thing is, he can be kind of hot and cold. Like, it's like you're so invested, so invested, but it is fleeting. So it's like kind of chasing that instant gratification or instant change, that overnight. Was it your reading? Yeah, it was your reading. Sorry, I'm forgetting, with the Chariot and the Empress, where I'm like, overnight change. Grow your hair overnight. Lose 30 pounds overnight. Bitch, that's not healthy. Please be careful with that. Like, you know, but it's like, there's something that you want instantly. And the thing is, with the Knight of Wands, he can burn out really fast or lose motivation very quickly if it doesn't go exactly the way he had in mind. And I'm also kind of getting the message of, like, don't take on more than you can handle, or more than you can, you know, you might have a lot on your plate this month, and it's just important you don't, like, overbook yourself or take on more than necessary. Death and the Knight of Wands. It's something also about, like, the actions, like the physical actions that you're taking, like your routine changing, just coming into a lot more energy, which is good. At the bottom, we had the Knight of Swords. So this combination, this is very fast. Like, super fast. You have an idea, you're doing it the next second. Like, you're literally manifestation on demand. This could also talk about, like, conversations that are taking place that just get you geared up and, like, ready to go. Maybe this is someone that's coming towards you, that's inspiring you to make this change, or is encouraging you to go forwards and do the thing that you were overthinking or overanalyzing. You're getting in your head about it. You're, you know, just not fully trusting in yourself. Knight of Swords with the Two of Swords reverse, because this Two of Swords reverse could tell me, like, there's, like, avoiding making a decision or making a commitment, right? And it's like you just didn't know which way to go or how to get started, how to get moving. So this Knight of Swords, maybe it's, like, information that you come into, or, like, news, or, like, again, a combo that you and another have. Maybe it's with another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? Or maybe a Leo, right? Because the next card was the Sun. But it's, like, information or unlocking a new perspective that comes in and then just kind of, like, pushes you forwards, or pushes you out of the nest, or pushes you towards something that truly makes you happy. Like, something, like, the path has become illuminated, right? You were unsure, there's uncertainty, you were experiencing a lot of worries, what could go wrong, what if this, like, all those thoughts, overthinking. But now with the Sun, it's shining a clear light on what the right path is for you, or what the right direction is. This might be, so if you're in a situation, you're like, I'm fucking lost, I don't know what to do, where do I go from here? I would not be surprised as we get closer to Leo season, so towards the end of July 22nd to be exact, the Sun moves into Leo. This may be where you've made up your mind, right? But definitely clarity, a lot of clarity to come. So that was at the bottom with the Knight of Wands, right? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So certain actions that you'll be taking that lead to big change overnight, dare we say. Like, whatever this is, it does feel very fast, very sudden. Like, your entire surroundings were changing. I remember when Justice, the Six of Pentacles and Ten of Cups came out in reverse. This is like, there's something that you outgrew, and it's just kind of like overnight, like, boom, things are now starting to align a lot better with you, and you're already feeling a huge relief, right? You hit rock bottom, you're already bouncing back really fast, really quickly. Like, yeah, that's kind of this energy I'm seeing, this momentum that you carry throughout July. Like, nothing keeps you down for long. Okay, so let's look into the Chariot and the Empress. Page of Cups. There might be some kind of relationship that's beginning. Six of Cups. Let's look into this Chariot and the Empress. We also have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. There's a level of comfort here. Oh, Three of Swords. How comfortable can this get when there are knives in... Well, I guess not in this card, but like, fuck. There could be some mending taking place. Some healing, forgiveness, clarity. How can I make things better? How can I help? How can we smooth things over, right? We went through a rough patch. Maybe this is between you and someone that you have some history with. Page of Cups, Six of Cups reverse, Seven of Wands reverse. This is like dropping... Everyone drop your weapons. Everyone was fighting. There's a lot of hurt feelings, and some people were caught off guard. Some people, they were put in their place. It was very tense, heated as fuck. Someone was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, someone made a mistake, right? So, Six of Cups and the Page of Cups, we're talking about what happened. A messy situation, things were taken the wrong way, or, something was defeated. You felt defeated or hurt, or someone here felt like betrayed, or I'm hearing like disqualified, not good enough, not chosen. Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords. So Page of Cups brings us opportunity for healing, for a deeper understanding of one's emotions, of your emotions, and even between you and someone else. So Page of Cups and the Six of Cups, this is like reviving something from your past. I'm feeling a bit of like a reconciliation. Did we talk about that in your reading or no? That was Gemini. I did Gemini's reading before yours, and they had that come through in their reading towards the end. So if you got any Gemini placements, maybe check it out. But this does feel like either... Well, some of you have an old friend that you may be picking things back up with or reuniting with. But there's still like a level of, we need to talk about what took place that made us go our separate ways, or something that was very hurtful, right? We go back to this Three of Swords. Very hurtful. Someone was left wondering, what did I do? Why did this happen? What could I have done differently? I don't understand. I never had a chance to speak my truth or share my feelings or like express myself. I never got to apologize, or, maybe you've been doing a lot of reflection from then to now, and you're just like, damn, like that's something I really wish to resolve or at least heal, even if it's like forgive and go your separate ways, but like at least just like clear this, because it's like a burden, whether it's for you or someone else. But I'm feeling like a heavy kind of burden that's being lifted with that Seven of Wands reverse, instead of being like holding grudges and be like, you don't belong here, and you I don't know, whatever. It feels like there's a level of like acceptance and understanding, versus before it was like you and this person were on odds, like opposite teams. So there seems like an energy of coming together, togetherness. And I remember earlier we had these cards that were showing a heavy imbalance and like lack of harmony, disharmony. So that is shifting and changing for the better. So let's take a look into death for Libra. And some of you could be dealing with Scorpio. Why is death here for Libra in July? We have the Hierophant. Whoa, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me about death. And then we have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Well, this immediately is screaming, they have to apologize first before I ever talk to them. Like, they were the ones that did me wrong. So, okay, all right. So let's just go back to Hierophant and death. There's been a lot of learning, a lot of growing, a lot of studying. Some of you going back to school this upcoming like fall, August, September, or there's some sort of preparation that you're going through that is leading towards like very transformative, life-changing events. So maybe this is talk about marriage, or you're thinking a lot about like, future commitments, future investments, and where you want to be like a couple of years from now. Like you're thinking a lot about the bigger picture. But as you can tell in this Hierophant, this book, she's only halfway through. Like there's so much that goes before that this chapter ends. Like you're not there's so much to be developed. There's so much to learn. There's still so much more to unfold that will happen within time. But I do feel like with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hierophant, there's still something that feels like it's not ripe enough, right? The fruit isn't ripe enough to be eaten, but soon. But you don't want to eat it now. It's not the best time. There's something that feels a bit, like you feel unprepared for something. You're just not quite ready. So this is like between you and another, there was some sort of fallout. You might not be ready to hash things out or talk about it, or vice versa. Whoever you're dealing with, it's just too fresh. The wound is too much. Like it needs more time to heal, right? Someone's not quite there. Someone's not quite ready. What else am I feeling from this? Someone is struggling with change, or someone struggles with letting go of grudges, or someone is like, they really hold on to the past. So I'm not sure if this is you, Libra, and you cling on to the past and you have a very difficult time of like letting it go or forgiving yourself or others, or there's someone that you're dealing with or you once dealt with and they still hold a grudge over you. Even if you change, even if like you've evolved and grown a lot or taken accountability, responsibility, someone still like holds this narrative about you, whether it's true or not. But that's just their perspective. That's just their POV. But I can tell that overall this situation really transformed you, and it's probably going to continue. Like, I'm feeling there's a lot of shifts taking place, and it's a lot. Like, we got the Lovers at the bottom, so it's like this is a very significant person that is playing a role in your life to get you to step into like highest version of yourself, right? This is who you are becoming, who you are actively stepping into, new identity. I'm feeling here we have the Four of Wands underneath the Lovers and the Nine of Wands. I'm saying a lot. Like, I feel like there's a lot of thinking. It's probably the whole anxiety card where it's like you're thinking so much to the point where now you're just giving yourself anxiety and there's too many thoughts and too many... I'm feeling that energy. But so Lovers, Four of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. This feels like great love worth taking the steps, or worth the distance, or worth no matter how much time, space, distance, the love that is there remains true. So is this with death? I'm forgetting already. I'm like, what is this connected to? Death card, I think. Whoever this is, romantic, platonic, family, if you're meant to be in each other's lives, you will. This just might not be the season or the chapter. But I'm not gonna spoil the story, but somewhere down the line, if y'all are meant to cross paths again or be in each other's lives again, you will. Right? I don't know who needs to hear that. That's not for everybody. Especially for those who are like, no, absolutely not. It's not for you then. Temperance and the Knight of Wands. Where are we at? 33. I gotta go soon. Temperance for Libra. Tell me about temperance for Libra. We have the World. Yeah, so level of like reaching the level of acceptance. And I'm feeling like self-respect, especially with this Emperor flying on out. Self-respect. Holding yourself up to high standards and not lowering them for anything or anyone. Hangman. And your perspective is changing. Look at all the major arcana. This entire reading. Major arcana. So many. Like, fuck. Your perspective is changing greatly. At first you felt trapped. At first you felt stuck. At first you felt, oh my god, rock bottom, crisis. But guess what? Guess what this is developing into? Such a beautiful, necessary transformation that if it wasn't for this situation, who you are becoming and what is going to be experienced from all this, like, this was necessary. This had to take place. Was it your reading that said what I said about like the rainbow with rain, a little can't have a rainbow without a little rain? Like, that's literally this. There's divine protection over here. There's something here that you're in the process of restoring or revitalizing, bringing back into balance. It's just like, again, the level of surrender and acceptance after a period where it was like a challenge, or you were trying to do whatever you could to kind of control the outcome, or I'm feeling a bit of like overstepping for some of you. Emperor and the world, like just accepting something has changed, and it's changing for the better. Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the King of Wands. This is, and then Two of Cups. This is kind of where you were scared to take this next step, or you were scared to cut the tie or speak your truth because it could change things, or they might look at me differently, or they may break up with me, or they may not want to be my friend anymore if I address this, if I speak my truth. But then it feels like there's just this level of acceptance and freedom that comes with it, where it's like, well, if that's the case, then we just weren't meant to be. Or, rejection, redirection is going to take me to my true soulmate, my true friendships, my true people. I'm seeing here with the King of Wands and the Two of Cups, there's been some sort of eye-opening experience that's having you reflect differently on the relationships that you've experienced and what you desire moving forwards when it comes to love. And it's like maybe you just weren't allowing yourself to see it then, but now you're starting to accept it, or now you're starting to come clean with yourself if you have been in denial. Or was it you that had the hyena? Or who? No, I'm mixing up with a different reading. Sorry. That's what happens when I do multiple readings in a day. I'm like, oh wait, was that you I said that to, or someone else? Knight of Wands, sorry. My bad. Alright, Knight of Wands, and I gotta go. My throat's also feeling a little dry, a little raspy. Time the Knight of Wands for Libra in July. We got the Empress. Eight of Cups. And the Four of Wands. Two of Wands at the bottom. It's all because you're making your mind up. You're making a decision about what it is that you want to manifest and what you want to experience more of in this life. And you're done waiting and done making excuses or waiting for someone else to tell you what to do, or pushing you around. It's like, I feel like you're finally following through with a vision of yours. And Empress to Eight of Cups. This requires you to leave behind an old version of yourself that doesn't align with you. It also is maybe making you have to leave behind people that don't respect you in your truest form, right? We see this lady moving into the ocean. She's about to become her mermaid self, her true essence, her true character. There are people or a person or a place, there's something that kept you from being your most authentic self. You felt like you couldn't truly let down your walls or, be yourself in some way, shape, or form. And so by you walking away, or by you accepting this ending, or by you surrendering to all of this, it allows you to transition into having more authentic experiences and relationships that are actually real and true reflections of you, the love that you have, the love that you give, and it is rewarding you by bringing you closer to yourself, to God, to like-minded people. Look at this full moon, by the way. The next full moon will be in Aquarius, and it will be a lunar eclipse. So, from now to then, pretty big, life-changing stuff taking place. Just saying. Pretty big stuff. But long time coming, highly anticipated, and you're finally around those that choose you and see you. And it's the first time. They don't have to go through losing you to cherish and appreciate you. They just cherish and appreciate you from the start. You shouldn't have to walk away for someone to recognize your value and how important you were, right? And I also feel like, sorry, I have like something in my throat. I also feel like this is kind of giving the one that got away, or if this is like a relationship lover that you are going your separate ways from, they will not forget about you. Very unlikely they would ever forget about Miss Empress or Emperor, right? We saw Emperor earlier. You are unforgettable. You will never be forgotten. They'll be dreaming about you, right? He's sleeping Probably having sweet dreams about you. All right. I'm gonna leave your reading here, Libra. Let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Private readings are available in the description box if you're interested, and I will see you later. Have a fantastic day. Bye.